Welcome back everyone to Frogan Reactions, and today we're going to be talking about what's new in iPadOS 14 that was announced at WWDC 2020. If you haven't checked out what's new in iOS 14 already, please click the card right up here or the link in the description down below. Also check out the other videos of what's new in macOS Big Sur and watchOS 7.
And subscribe!
So let's get right into the video. Here we go.
So, iPadOS. New possibilities. Only possible on the iPad.
First, let's talk about experience. So, redesigned widgets. That the Today view has been redesigned to show you more information on the home screen, and you can choose among different sizes or add smart stacks of widgets, which uses on-device intelligence to show the right widget in the right time of day. And new app designs. So new enhancements like sidebars and pull-down menus let you quickly and easily access more app functions from a single location without switching views. For example, you can see that the Photos app was redesigned and the Files app was redesigned. And the search, now a more compact search design lets you stay focused on your main task and open apps or search web with just a tap. So basically, the Spotlight search function from the Macs are now coming over to the iPads, so it's the same kind of tool but now on the iPad where you can search. And compact calls, so as you can see, the call just appears at the top and you can accept or decline instead of taking over the whole screen, so it doesn't cover everything. Scribble is a new feature on iPadOS, so you can use your Apple Pencil for more things. You can convert handwriting to text automatically in any text field, and you can write in any text field a quick message or search something in Safari, and your handwriting will automatically transform to typed text.
Like caramel.
Yeah, on the Mac. And you can scratch to delete or circle a word to select it, so you can easily copy or move it. And now let's talk about notes on iPadOS. So, a smart selection by advanced machine learning lets you select handwritten text, just like you would do for typed text. And you can paste handwriting as text. Simply select your handwritten notes and copy them as text. When you paste them into another app like Pages, they'll be converted into typed text. Shape recognition. So if you draw geometrically perfect lines and arcs, a shape will be easily converted from your handwriting. And data detectors. Built-in intelligence recognizes addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses, and other data in handwritten text. Just tap to take action on them. Now let's talk about augmented reality. ARKit 4 brings new geographic coordinates so that you can view them in some of your favorite places around the world, throughout cities, alongside famous landmarks, and even in your own neighborhood. Now let's talk about the redesigned Messages app on iPadOS 14. So, pin conversations. You can pin up to 9 of your most important conversations to the top of your conversation list so you can get easy access to them. Group photos, you give your group conversation a visual identity by adding a photo or an emoji or choosing an emoji instead. You can inline reply and reply directly to a specific message in a group conversation or reply to the full conversation for a focused view. And mentions, so if you type someone's name in a group chat, that name will be highlighted so that person knows that you're directing the message to them. For example, in this here, this person is directing the message to Candice to lead the presentation, and she gets a notification that the message is for her in the group chat. And there's many new emoji styles and stickers with over 20 new hair and headwear styles to reflect your hobby, profession, and personality. Now let's talk about what's new in Maps. You can now get cycling directions on the Map app in iPadOS, and you can get electric vehicle routing. So if you drive an electric vehicle, for example maybe a Tesla, it'll tell you where the charging stations are and plan your route accordingly, so it knows how long your Tesla, for example, has, how much time it has left on the charge. And say your Tesla has 2 hours left on the charge and you have a 3-hour chip, After maybe an hour and a half, it'll direct you to a charging station to charge up for the rest of your trip. Very smart. And guides. Apple Map editors have worked with trusted brands and partners to offer guides for great places around the world to eat, shop, and explore. For example, here, this is telling us the best parks in San Francisco to explore. The Home app gets a complete redesign. You can now get suggested automations when you add a new HomeKit accessory. The Home app suggests useful automations so you can put it right to work. And a new home status lets you see different stats in your home, like temperature, front door unlocked or locked, garage door open or closed, and which lights are on. And you can set your lights to change color and temperature throughout the day. Activity zones define what you can see in your camera's point of view. So instead of seeing, in this example, all the people that are on the street, and you get motion alerts every time there's someone passing by, like a car or bike or walking on the street, you could just set the area of your front porch so it tells you what's if there's motion on your front porch. Now there's face recognition, so video cameras and doorbells can now identify people you've tagged in the Photos app, and you can be notified based on who's at your door. Safari is more powerful than ever on iPad. Let's dive in to see what's new. So a new beta feature, which is translation. You can translate websites into 7 different languages. When you come to a website, the iPad will tell you if you want it to translate it for you into your preferred set language, and it's the world's fastest tablet browser. You now can get a privacy report to better understand how websites treat your privacy, and Safari warns you if a password you're using is not secure. Now, new software features for AirPods. Bringing surround sound wherever you go, the AirPods can adapt to create a surround sound experience instead of just a left and right audio experience. And you can get new battery notifications conveniently to let you know when you need to charge your AirPods. And you can automatically switch with different AirPods for seamless switching across multiple devices. You can get headphone accommodations to adjust your AirPods audio for hearing differences. And you can auto share on Apple TV so you can enjoy movies and shows with someone else without disturbing others. What's new in Siri? Well, Siri has a completely new look that lets you get information or get things done while still focusing on what you're doing. As you can see in the corner, the Siri icon will pop up, and whatever you ask Siri to do, it will do in a small view without covering your iPads. And Siri has over 20 times more facts than just 3 years ago. Web answers. Siri can now help you find answers to broadcast a set of questions by using information across the web. You can now send audio messages to be more expressive with Siri. And now moving on to privacy. Privacy is the fundamental human right at the core of everything Apple does. So now privacy in the App Store will tell you how an app uses data to track you and how it links to you and what's not linked to you. And a recording indicator in the top right icon of your iPad will show you if an app has recently used your camera or microphone. And new upgrades to sign in with Apple, so you can easily sign in with Apple when logging into participating apps. And instead of, for example, when you download a new news app or weather app, the weather app will ask for your location so it can tell you the weather for your location. But instead of telling the weather app your exact address of where you are, it'll tell you, and you can choose to tell the weather app an approximate location. So maybe just the city you're in, and it'll give you the weather for that city instead of the exact house you're in with that address. And of course, so much more with the redesigned music app. So instead of the music being just on the side, it's now lyrics on the right side and the music on the left side. So it takes the full screen for a new look. And app clips. So now there's a faster way to take advantage of apps. An app clip is a small part of an app that is discoverable moments. You can focus on a specific task. More updates to App Store, Apple Arcade, Game Center, music, notes, photos, reminders, mail, and voice memos. And these are all the devices that are compatible with iPadOS 14. And that's iPadOS. with Scribble for handwriting into any text field, a whole new way to work with your handwritten notes, broad enhancements to the app experience, and of course, iPad users also benefit from the great features you already saw in iOS 14. So that's all for what's new in iPadOS 14. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to check out what's new in iOS 14 by clicking the card up here, and what's new in watchOS 7 and macOS Big Sur by clicking the links in the description down below. We will see you on our next video, and peace. Out.